If you can't tell from the stack of the books, then you should definitely expect a series of videos over the next few days trying to catch you up on those. But in the meantime, let's knock out these two novellas that took care of my monthly reading goal of finishing a series that I've started. I am checking off the goal, but I also have to admit that after finishing books 4 and 5 of the novellas, I immediately ran off and pre ordered book 6, which is coming out in the next few months. So completed, but also ongoing. What I like about this series is that they're novellas, so they are extremely quick reads and they are written in a way so that way you can read them in no particular order. I did try and stick, however, with publishing order, so I believe that for me in the series, book 4 was Mammoths at the Gates, and book 5 was The Brides of High Hill. Now, I'm not a big fan of classic British literature, but I would say that this series probably most resembles the Canterbury Tales in that there is one central character or setting. In this case, it's a character, a cleric, whose job within this mythical kingdom is to gather the stories and histories that's important to the people. This is also a series that I would say most closely resembles a modern fable in that we do have talking characters and these are more parable style, meaning that the endings are not all happy fairy tale ones and it can be pretty bittersweet and obviously trying to teach us a lesson. But because this is also a completely made up kingdom, the author was able to add modern touches that don't feel out of place, but in fact make everything work and would appeal to a much wider and diverse audience. Our main character is actually non binary, and although this seems to be a time in which we do not have technology like smartphones and might even be considered feudal or medieval based off of the monarchy structure, it is one in which the universe seems to have a lot of very dominant female characters who are driving the action and mixing up the status quo within their realms. So, like I said, you can read this book in any particular order, but since the first book that I started off with was The Empress of Salt and Fortune, there's definitely tons of nostalgic vibes by the time I reach to Mammoths at the Gates. And that's because the author does an amazing job of weaving these different little threads within this kingdom that makes it a very slow build. Even though I would say that altogether the text is still under 600 pages between the 5 books. With each story, you're immersed more and more into the world. You learn how the society works. Like a scholar picking through these histories, you start to get a better understanding of different references you've seen in past tales that you've read. This is totally a unique and amazing series, one that I'm enjoying, and I cannot wait to see how many tales, how many books, how many novellas we get out of this world.